When you look at Stuart Zender's lines, how much do you stick to it, and how much do you?
I try to make sure that I kind of know what he did on the original. Quite often, I mean, a lot of these things won't necessarily kind of come down to me, although they are open to my interpretation. In other words, Jay might turn around and say, let's do, this will kind of depend on live gig to live gig, or certainly like chunk of gigs to chunk of gigs. He might say, right, we're going to do Canned Heat, but let's do it like the album version. So we'll revert to maybe doing it with an album version style arrangement and approach all instrumentally. And then he might, and then at the same time then turn around and say, but I want to do High Times in a different way. So we'll kind of forget what was done on the original and do something totally different with that. He then might, 2 months later, to go, I want to change it up again, let's do High Times like the original version, and we're going to change up Canned Heat or something else. So I've always got to be aware of what went on with the originals. And I love the bouncing Stuart's playing, and the creativity is part and parcel of those tunes. You know, those early tunes quite often featured a limited amount of chords, and they were around maybe 2 grooves, two sections, and that was the tune. So really, it's part and parcel of the Jamiroquai thing that I have to be able to know and nail what the original sounded like, be it Stuart or Nick, or indeed Nick or anybody else. So yeah, I try to make sure that I kind of have them under my hands, as it were. I mean, there's things that, like Space Cowboy there's 2 different bass players on those tracks. There's a different guy on the album version, and on the single version it was Stuart, on the album version it wasn't. They've got different approaches, so kind of try to make sure that I've got a little bit of both, and then introduce some of my own thing in it as well. Such as if I play a little bit of like the album version, it would be it's a busier, kind of more jacko-y kind of thing, you know. Just kind of more filling it, you know. It's kind of that kind of 16th-y thing, whereas Stuart's is more. It's kind of bouncier. And then the chorus is much more broken up. And he feels like I kind of will throw in things like that because that's part and parcel of that line, but I might interpret some things differently. Something of my own that just still has that same flavour. So with Phil's, I kind of try to have an idea of what he did, or what the original version featured, and then lend some of myself to it.